Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool every single day, thanks in a large part to our pals at the VFS School of Game Design. Thank you so much, Vancouver Film School. Now, this rundown is dedicated to Smashvids, who used to watch us when he was growing up, but he found us because he was searching for E3 coverage, found all kinds of fun EP at E3 material. Thank you for your support. Thanks for tuning in. This rundown is all yours. It's official. Daniel Craig will be back for another round as James Bond. The actor has confirmed that he will reprise his role as the world-famous super spy for the upcoming 25th film in the franchise, which will be his 5th appearance as the character. Craig made the announcement during an appearance last night on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
Will you return as James Bond?
Yes. Although there have been rumors that he was close to signing on, this is the first official confirmation from Craig himself. He confessed that he's been pretty sure for the last few months that he'd return, although he was cagey about it because he was still in talks with the studio. They haven't said how much money he's getting paid, but given how profitable the films have become with him as the star, it's probably a lot. Craig was also notoriously vocal about not wanting to reprise the role, but on The Late Show, he says that he made most of those statements right after finishing work on the last film, Spectre, when he was burnt out. We still don't know what the new film is called or who will direct, but we'll let you know when it's announced. The new movie will hit theaters in November 2019. Nintendo's boxing game ARMS is about to get a shot in the arm with a new character. The company has released a grainy video teasing an all-new fighter for the game. They haven't given this mysterious new fighter a name, but judging by the video, it looks like they will have what appears to be fast-spinning nunchucks at the end of their extendable arms. The character will also presumably come with the new candy-themed stage that was teased earlier this week, and we'll let you know when Nintendo reveals more details and a release date. We do know that the new content will be free because Nintendo has previously stated that they plan to make all the post-launch DLC available to all players free of charge. ARMS sold more than 1 million copies in its first month, cementing it as a viable new franchise for Nintendo, so expect to see it around for years to come. And speaking of new DLC, Uncharted 4 is digging up something new. With a standalone spin-off, Uncharted: The Lost Legacy hitting the PS4 next week, Naughty Dog hasn't forgotten about last year's Uncharted 4. They've announced that the multiplayer portion of the game is getting new Lost Legacy-themed content. Uncharted 4 players will be able to play as the villainous Asav from Lost Legacy, while the existing Chloe and Nadine are getting new skins to make them look the way they do in Lost Legacy. Naughty Dog is also giving Uncharted 4 a new mode, Survival Arena, where players battle waves of enemies. The new multiplayer content hits Uncharted 4 on Tuesday, the same day Lost Legacy arrives. We'll have a review up on our channel very soon. The people that brought the new Planet of the Apes movies to life are getting into the games business. The Imaginarium, the UK-based performance capture studio that worked on the last 3 Apes movies, has revealed their first video game. It's called Planet of the Apes: Last Frontier, the cinematic adventure game set between the events of 2014's Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and the recent War for the Planet of the Apes, which just hit theaters last month. The gameplay looks similar to the adventure games made by Telltale Games, with players controlling character choices and actions in ways that affect the story, although the visual style is much more realistic, relying on the same performance capture technology used in the films. The developers even used real actors for every role, which they hope will make every character feel unique and realistic. Planet of the Apes: Last Frontier is slated to hit the PS4, Xbox One, and PC this fall. Apple is getting serious about creating their own film and television content. The Wall Street Journal reports that Apple plans to spend $1 billion over the next year to produce their own original shows and movies. This is their way of taking on rivals like Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, and Amazon, which have been making their own content for years, and the new Apple shows will presumably be exclusive to Apple devices like the Apple TV, iPhone, and iPad. Apple announced last year that they were interested in pursuing original film and television production, and earlier this summer they debuted 2 shows on their Apple Music subscription service, the reality show Planet of the Apes, and a new version of the James Corden comedy series Carpool Karaoke. Expect future shows from Apple to be bigger in scale, although it's worth pointing out that the $1 billion they plan to spend over the next year is actually a lot less than some of their rivals. Netflix, for example, plans to spend $7 billion on original content during the same period. Your gaming mouse won't be the only mouse in the new Warhammer game. The Creative Assembly has revealed the fourth playable race coming to the new strategy game, Total War Warhammer 2. For the first time in the series, players will be able to take control of the iconic Warhammer race, the Skaven, also known as Ratmen. They're a highly devious species, and their strength lies in numbers, and they emerge from subterranean lairs to spread pestilence and mayhem. The Creative Assembly promised that a fourth playable race would be coming to the game when it was first announced earlier this year, and the Skaven will be playable alongside the High Elves, Dark Elves, and Lizardmen from the last game. The Total War Warhammer series combines the deep strategy of the Total War games with the characters, locations, and lore of the vast Warhammer franchise. The first game was a huge hit when it landed on PC last year. The sequel will deploy next month. And that wraps up the rundown for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to learn more about game design, visit our pals at VFS.edu. We'll be back again tomorrow with a brand new episode. But in the meantime, click around, watch some of the other material that we've made. And if you like it, hit subscribe for us, okay?